high school. I'm in 10th grade. I started to do powder cocaine. The only reason I was doing powder cocaine because I didn't know what to feel. I was still grieving and being sexually assaulted and made my confidence and my self-esteem go down. Being in school, I was bullied constantly, either over about my weight, about my looks. Some when I told an adult, "Oh, kids are being kids," just take it like with a grain of salt. So I didn't know what else to do. The bullying got too much where I was so angry with God, and I told him, why is he letting this happen to me? And I blamed him. I was so mad at him that I didn't know what to do. So I started self-harming.
Where was your mother? Because did she not see this? I mean, I know a lot of parents don't. And I'm not, trying to cast judgment on, any parents, because, even my own child has experienced some things that I didn't ever think she would experience. So I'm not casting judgment. I'm just asking out of curiosity, like, did your mother, was she noticing any of these changes with you? Welcome to I Am Girl. I am your host, Zakia, and today I have a very special guest. For one, I know it's been a while. It's been a lot going on. It's really been a lot going on, but God is good. Anyways, so I have a guest today, and this guest she's like a daughter to me. She is my daughter. I tell people she's my daughter. Y'all know I do have a daughter. If you don't know, I do. I have a daughter, but this girl is very special to me. I met her through my son. She was one of my son's friends, and I've grown to love her as my own child. Everyone, welcome Reina Martinez. Hey, baby.
Hi, Mama.
This is my baby.
I first want to say thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetie.
And what I'm going to talk about today is my story.
Yes.
My
yes.
testimony.
Yes.
So I wasn't born here in Houston. I was born in Mineral Wells, Texas.
Mineral Wells.
Mineral Wells, Texas.
Yes.
My family and I grew up as Jehovah's Witnesses. I didn't really believe in what religious I was in yet because I was still young. So at first I was going to the Jehovah Witness, the Kingdom Hall, and being there, it's just I didn't feel that certain connection that we're supposed to feel when we're in the home of God. So I was still young, so I wasn't able to like make my own decisions. So I just kept going. Well, when my grandmother passed away in 2010, I ended up stopped going to church. And
was it like the whole family stopped going at that time?
Me and my mom and my sisters, we stopped going.
Okay.
My aunts, they still ended up going to church. Going to the Kingdom Hall Church. But after I lost my grandmother, I had slipped into doing weed and drinking, and I was really young. So I started doing weed and smoking weed and drinking beer and alcohol at the age, I believe I was like 12, 13, because I wanted to erase the pain. I stopped believing in God because I felt like it was like He wasn't listening to my cries for help. And
Mm-hmm.
I felt like He was just gonna continue letting it happen to me.
What kind
So,
of things were happening?
um, so when I was younger, I was raped and molested by my own family members.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when I've told an adult, they told me that I was asking for it. That
Mm.
it's that I should have never been dressed in provocatively.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Provocative.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
but I was barely 10 years old, so I didn't understand.
Right.
And when I
Because if we think about it, who's buying your clothes?
exactly,
Okay, go ahead.
and so and then being in school, I was always bullied until I graduated from high school. But being in school, I was bullied constantly,
Mm-hmm.
either over about my weight, about my looks. Some when I told an adult, "Oh, kids are being kids,"
Mm-hmm.
just take it like with a grain of salt. So I didn't know what else to do. The bullying got too much where I was so angry with God, and I told him, "Why is He letting this happen to me?" And I blamed him. I was so mad at him that I didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I started self harming.
Mm.
I started self harming because I felt like that's the only way I could deal with my pain. So, growing up more, getting into fifth grade, where I met your son,
Mm-hmm.
Riley, um, I was getting bullied and I was self harming. He did see my scars on my arms, and him and one of his other friends,
Mm-hmm.
I believe his name was Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
So they seen that and they talked to me and told me I shouldn't be doing that.
Right. Right.
Um, then growing up, just from me drinking and smoking a lot, growing up, I was raped and molested again by my mom's boyfriends. I grew up being in an abusive home. I was always beaten because either my cousins would run to my aunts or my mom and be like, "Oh, Reina said this or Reina said that," and
Mm-hmm.
I would always get the beating.
Mm.
They would try to beat on my sisters, my baby sisters, and I didn't let that happen. So I took all the beating, and they still don't understand. Um,
So, question: um, Where was your father? Because you've never. We've had a lot of conversations, but you've never mentioned your father. So I'm kind of curious as to
um,
where your father was.
so when I was 5, 6 years old, I was having a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
It was my birthday, and my father went up to me, and we were at a park, and he went up to me and he was like, "You're a mistake. Your mom should have
Mm.
aborted you."
Oh man.
And ever since then, like even on Father's Day, when it comes, I'm heartbroken because I see everybody with their fathers,
Mm-hmm.
and like if you were in school when you met me in elementary, you would see I'm in a corner just crying because I have no father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I said this to you earlier today, and I'm gonna say it again on camera because it's the truth. It's how I feel. I wish to God that I had met you when you were in grade school. I wish to God I would have met you while you were in grade school. You have such a beautiful spirit. You're so loving. I see. I see the fruit of the spirit in you. Honestly, um, But I'm gonna let you finish telling your story. Well, I don't know where you want to continue at, but go ahead.
um, so when I was in school with your son, I was a fifth grade. Your son was a sixth grader. Um, we had Miss Levy class together. We would sometimes me and your son would get in trouble because we would pass notes to each other, give
Mhm.
each other answers on quizzes, or just have a normal conversation.
Mhm. Oh,
But
y'all was cutting up.
okay.
Oh, let me find it. No, I'm playing. Go ahead.
um, so my mom was married to this guy.
Mhm.
His name was Alberto. So he believed in Jehovah.
Mhm.
So they dragged me back to the Kingdom Hall of
Mhm.
Jehovah Witnesses.
Mhm.
I really didn't understand it still, but I just went because I had no choice
Right.
at the moment.
I mean, you're a child,
Yeah.
so yeah, you go where your parents or your guardians,
Hmm.
take you. Yeah.
So when growing up more, I hit middle school. I had met these two girls, Wendy and Janie.
Mhm.
They were my best friends.
So hold on. So when, because you were talking about the self harm and the drugs and whatnot. So when was that happening? Was that middle school or was that high school? So we're getting
I
to that
was
point.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure because I'm like,
So
you said you were 10 years old. Okay. I'm like, you
yes,
was
I
using drugs
was
at
10
10.
years old. I was 10 years old my first time smoking weed. My
You were what?
cousin, I was 10 years old. That was the first time I
Really?
smoked weed.
Oh, wow.
Um, I was just crying so much. My cousins, they're either drug dealers or part of a gang.
Hmm.
So, um, they gave me weed for the first time. I didn't understand what it was,
Hmm.
and me not asking questions, me just wanting the pain to go away. I was so angry with the world and
Right.
God, and I wish I knew to not do weed
Hmm.
because I end up smoking weed, and then sometimes I'll go to school high because
Hmm.
I just didn't want to deal with it. Because right when I get on the school bus, I'm getting bullied.
And what grade was this that you were
Um,
going to school high?
I was mm, about end of fourth grade, beginning of fifth grade.
Okay.
Um, so I ended up just continue getting in trouble because I had to stand up for myself from the bullies.
Hmm.
So I ended up just um it's like one day when the bullies just continued and I couldn't handle my anger no more. So I ended up beating a bully up and I got ISS for it.
Mm.
And I told
And what is ISS?
in school suspension.
In school suspension. Okay.
It's detention
Right,
basically.
right. I
So
think I think just about everyone's been in detention before. I
so
think I may have had detention one time, but I think it was for like being late to class.
mhm.
It wasn't like for fighting or anything. I think I was just constantly late, and they were like, "If you're late one more time, we're putting you in detention." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm going to detention next week because I'm always late." But okay, go ahead.
So when I hit sixth grade, I was in Fawnville Middle School.
Mhm.
That's when I met the two girls that were my best friends,
Mhm.
Janie and Wendy. They knew I didn't go to church, so they offered to take me to their church. It was a Catholic church.
Okay.
So going there, I didn't feel the connection either.
Mhm.
And it was hard for me to go because I'm like, they're like, why don't you go to church? I'm like, why should I go to church? God lets so much bad things happen to me. He doesn't hear me.
Right.
I told him I felt like it was because of, I guess, my wrongdoings that he was mad at me and I was mad at him. So I said, there is no reason for me to have that connection with him.
Mm.
So just growing up more, I was in 10th grade where I started to do powder cocaine.
Wow, Reina. Really?
Yes, so
I don't
I
know. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear. We got frogs. It's been raining, so we got frogs kind of. I don't know if they chirping. I don't know what they're doing, but they're working my nerves. Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
so middle school I was in 10th grade. I'm at high school. I'm in 10th grade. I started to do powder cocaine. The only reason I was doing powder cocaine because I didn't know what to feel. I
Mm,
was still grieving and being sexually assaulted and made my confidence and my self-esteem go down.
right.
I felt
So
like
we're sorry to interrupt you because I'm just thinking as a parent, and I don't. Where was your mother? Like, I'm only asking because you're going. I mean, did she not see this? I mean, I know a lot of parents don't, and I'm not trying to cast judgment on any parents, because even my own child has experienced some things that I didn't ever think she would experience. So I'm not casting judgment. I'm just asking out of curiosity, like, did your mother, was she noticing any of these changes with you?
she knew about the bullying, um, being sexually assaulted. My
But that's
mom,
what they didn't. Did they not believe you, or they're just throwing it on you like it was your fault?
it was
Like,
like,
they believed it happened, but it was your fault that it
yeah,
happened.
that's exactly how it went.
Okay.
Because when I told my mom about the guys that she dated
Hmm.
that went into my room, touched me, and raped me, and she goes and be like, "Why are you stealing my man?" Let me remind you, I'm young. I don't know. Like at first, I didn't know what she meant, and I'm like, "Mom, I'm still a child. So why would I want a grown man
Hmm.
to come into my room and sexually assault me
Right.
over and over and over?"
Did she still continue to see the men even after you told her?
Yes, she was with him for 5 years. So it happened to me for 4 years going on. And when my mom finally left him, I thought I was going to be safe
Mm,
until my second cousin, my mom's cousin, came and started touching me inappropriately all over again.
mm. I'm sorry,
And
baby.
when
Okay.
I told them, nobody believed me. "Oh, you're a kid, you're making it up. You're just trying to make a good man look bad."
Mm,
I'm like, why would I bring this up to anybody? I was so just devastated. So I just started keep keeping to myself, not speaking to nobody about anything. So let me remind you, I when I lost my grandmother, I had to get on mental health medication because um I had major depression. I was
I mean, and then
bipolar,
with everything that's going on,
and
right?
everybody wondered, why are you lashing out so much?
Mm,
And
right.
family gatherings is like, "Oh, go give your uncle a hug." I'm like, "No, I don't want to. I don't want no man to touch me."
Right.
And it devastated everybody that I don't talk to them, and they're like, "Oh, what did I do all these years for you not to talk to me?
Mm,
What do you want me to say? Y'all let me down because I was a child. I felt like God let me down for letting everything happen to me." So, um, being in high school, I ended up just going ahead and just being by myself. I kept my headphones in all the time.
mm-hmm.
Um, I was doing good in class at
What
first.
high school were you going to?
Sam Houston.
Sam, where is that?
Right there on Irvington and Hardy Freeway.
Hmm.
It's Sam Houston Math Science Technology
Is
Center.
it no? Is it over here, like on the north side, or? Okay, I've never heard of that high school. Okay,
Um,
just wondered because you didn't go to school with Raleigh, so I was
yeah.
like, I wonder what school she went to. Okay.
So I ended up just going to school, trying to keep my head low so I would be invisible, but that didn't help. I
Mm,
still got targeted as a bully.
mm-hmm.
Oh, I was the victim. The bullies kept targeting me, and it got to the point where I ended up dating older guys. I I'll be in
What's
10th.
older?
When I was in 10th grade, they can be like probably maybe like 5, 6 years older than me. And I know it was bad. Um, I just, I guess for me having so much issues,
Mm-hmm.
I guess like daddy issues and like just, I just wanted to feel loved.
Right.
And I didn't think that it was going to affect me until I dated this guy that was, I believe was 24, 25,
Mm-hmm.
and and I was barely 16.
Mm,
And I would go to his house. At first I thought he was just a sweet guy,
right.
but I never knew he was on drugs.
Mm,
So he had got me into doing more drugs. I did powder cocaine. He gave me things to like different types of pills to take.
uh-huh.
And I really didn't think of it, anything of it, but I did.
Right.
So, um, being in high school in like, I'll say 20, I think that was like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went to a party with a friend. There's some, I had this feeling in me. And I think it was God telling me, don't go to the party.
Might have been Holy Spirit telling you. Yeah.
But
Did you
me,
listen?
no,
You went to the party,
I went to the party.
and what happened?
Um, Somebody spiked my drink and I
Mm,
got sexually assaulted and I ended up getting pregnant.
mm,
I was in school still.
okay.
So being in school, I tried my best to like hide the pregnancy from my family, from my
Mm-hmm.
mom, from my best friend.
Did you know who the person was?
All I know it was this 30-year-old guy at this party.
Oh,
We
wow.
went to a club and I went with a couple of friends.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, I was my drink. It really didn't have no liquor in it. I
Mm-hmm.
mainly drank like juice, like a mixed drink, but no liquor.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, when that happened, I didn't know. I felt something was wrong after drinking 'cause I started getting lightheaded and I started shaking. So I ended up getting my drink spiked and my friends abandoning me at the club. So I ended up just going and, I tried to call my best friend, even though he doesn't know how to drive. But he would try everything to find me or even order me an Uber so it can take me home. So I went, I called him and I told him his name's Alex.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I told him, something's not right. I came to a club and I'm supposed to be with a friend, and they left me at the club. I said, I
When
think
was this?
this
What do you
was
know? What year? This was after high school, right?
no, it was in high school.
This was still in high school. Was it like this had to have been? Because you said Uber, so I'm like, okay, high school, maybe senior year. I think
No, this was more like junior.
junior year. Okay, okay, yeah, I
So
think there was Uber. I'm like, what? Okay.
um, so I was talking to him. He was like, "Where's your mom? Your sisters?" I was like, "Well, my mom." I was like, "She wasn't home."
Mm-hmm.
My mom, when we were struggling so much, my mom would do things that she was not proud of. just to keep a roof over our head
Right.
and then have food in the fridge for us to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be days where she probably go without eating.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do, um, after that incident that happened, um, I went back to school. Apparently, somebody knew about the assault that happened to me, so they spread rumors.
Mm-hmm.
So I got beat up and I lost a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, in senior year in 2021, um, I dated this guy was the same year as me, but just a couple months older. I dated him. We ended up, having sex, and I was getting pregnant with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I got pregnant with my son on my birthday, I found out. I ended up telling him. Well, he lashed out, started abusing me.
When you told him about the pregnancy.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
At first he was happy, and
Mm-hmm.
then for some reason just
He started
raged.
lashing out on you.
hmm
Okay.
So I ended up just not saying nothing else. I wanted to leave, but my family kicked me out of the house because I ended up getting pregnant.
Mm.
So I ended up living with him. I was constantly getting beaten by him. I'm always in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So being in the hospital and them asking me questions like, how did this happen?
Right.
I didn't know what to say because I was so afraid. So I ended up just lying and staying with him more. And it just got to the point where I ended up forgetting who I am.
Mm.
To
So, when did you? Because I know that you ended up losing that baby. What happened with that?
um, so I was with him at his aunt's house, in Baytown, and he, behind closed doors, he would hit me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to the point where I didn't know what had happened. I blacked out. My mom, the next day, my mom went to go get me,
Mm-hmm.
which really surprised me. Um, but she had took me to a doctor appointment I forgot I had.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I got there, they checked on the baby. He no longer had a heartbeat.
Oh, how far along were you?
I was 21 weeks and 6 days.
Oh, 21. Oh, wow, you were halfway there.
hmm
Practically halfway there. Um, so when did when did you find out you were diabetic?
Um, I found out when I was diabetic when I was 14 years old.
14.
I was
So
in.
even with all this other stuff that was going on, you're also dealing with having to take insulin at that point. Were you already taking insulin and
hmm
stuff? Okay. Did they say anything about maybe the insulin had anything to do with the baby?
So I suffered from uncontrolled diabetes. Um, but being pregnant with my son, my sugar would be a little high. But I think it's too because my body doesn't produce insulin on its own.
Hmm.
So I have to take insulin shots. So,
Do you think
um,
that had anything to do with the baby? What did they say was the reason that the baby died?
so I did have them do an autopsy on my son to find out what was wrong, like what was the cause of death, and it came out inconclusive.
Inconclusive. Okay.
So they couldn't figure out what was wrong. I
Right.
blamed myself. I felt like it was my fault, and I felt like it was my fault because I could not protect him. And
Well, I mean, someone had to protect you too, you know?
mm,
Someone should have been protecting you as well, an adult, from some of the stuff that you went through. Um, so let's get past that. And up to, I don't know, let's get past that. Okay. So we don't have to, I'm not trying to pull out the tissues. But
in 2021, when I lost my son, I lost him June 27th of 2021, a week after I graduated high school. So, after I lost him, I went into drugs, hardcore drugs. I went to meth, heroin. I was popping all types of pills. I was doing crack. I was doing powder cocaine. I just wanted the pain to go away. I felt like it was my fault. So when I was doing it at home here in Houston, I felt like my baby sister Abby was starting to notice. So I moved away. I went to Dublin, Texas. That's more by, I guess, somewhere like on the west side, um, northwest or something like that.
I have never heard of it.
It's a,
Is it a suburb of Houston, or is it like outside the Houston limits? Like
it's in the country. So
I have, okay. We gonna look at I'm gonna look at a map later.
so
But
I thought moving away would help me.
mhm.
Before I moved away, um, after I lost my son and me and that guy broke up, I was falsely accused of a crime that I would not wish upon anybody. And it got to the point where I spent almost 2.5 years in jail. I was gonna fight the case and prove my innocence, but I had got news that my mom had cancer and my sister was on drugs. So I just pled guilty, and I'm still.
And then plus it takes money to fight a case too.
Yes,
It takes lawyers, it takes all that. So you just kind of was like, oh well.
like
Didn't have no way to fight.
Exactly. So now I'm on 10 years of probation. Almost done with it. I still got probably 6 years left.
For something you didn't do.
And it's to the point where sometimes I am afraid to leave my house because I'm so scared that people will find me that put this charge on me, then they're gonna hurt me or hurt my family, and I don't want that. Right. So when I got out of jail, I got back in contact with your son Riley, and we were talking, and he was like, "I'm gonna ask my mom if you can come to Thanksgiving with me in Dallas with my grandparents." I told him, I was like, I don't know if your mom would allow that because, and I'm afraid, at first, I'm gonna be honest, I was afraid you would judge me because of my background and me, because he was telling me you were, how do I put it, you were a Christian lady and you go to church. And I was like,
you say I was strict or something?
Something like that.
That boy lied. Because I'm not strict. I don't feel it. Aiden, am I strict?
You're less strict with me than Riley because of his Asperger's. You didn't let him do much.
No, Aiden, Riley chose not to do a lot. Riley just doesn't go out. He doesn't do, well, he's out now. Praise the Lord. He's growing into himself, but I was not strict.
So
I was not strict with Maya. I was not strict with Raleigh, and I was not strict with you. You guys just, praise the Lord, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, turned out to be some wonderful kids where I didn't have to be strict. Now, my mama, child, she was strict.
See, my grandma was strict too. But he was like, look, well, let me ask my mom. Well, when he asked you, I guess you had said yes, and y'all came to pick me up. And I was so nervous and shy at
Why?
first because I was
Ugh.
so scared of being judged. I grew
Right.
up being judged my whole life.
Right.
So after we went to go spend Thanksgiving with grandma and grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's like first entering that house, I just could feel like I could feel the connection y'all had with God. And
Mm-hmm.
I cried because I was like, I want that connection. But I felt like God was not going to accept me
Mm-hmm.
because of everything I've done. So when we came back from Thanksgiving with grandma and grandpa, I ended up going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I returned home and I told my family about the great time I had with y'all, well, they just didn't have that. Oh, okay. I'm glad you had fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you trying to go and replace us? That's just
Are
how
you
my family was.
serious?
So being
Do
a
they still feel that way?
my sister Kayla,
Mm-hmm.
the one that's in Dublin right now, or Rising Star, wherever she's at, um, she still thinks I'm trying to replace her, and it's just it breaks my heart because after I told her I'm not, um, we had a fight, and she knows how much it hurts when anybody brings my child up,
Mm-hmm.
and she goes, "Oh, that's why you lost your baby. You were never gonna be a good mother."
Oh,
And,
well,
and
that's family for you.
it's
Family does that sometimes, but we
and
got to learn to forgive.
I've
Okay.
I quit talking to her for a month and a half
Uh-huh.
because I'm trying to process in my head on like why would you say that?
Right.
And I'm like, God, is this what you want for me to be just a laughing stock?
Yeah.
Or like what do I have to do for you to accept me and to
Well,
make me feel loved?
first you have to accept him.
And
Okay? You have to accept him. And so that's where it comes in. And I strongly believe without a shadow of a doubt that you were placed with with us for a reason. I look at everything, I mean, I know that you're telling, everyone
mm-hmm,
else, what you've been through. I knew some of it. I didn't know all of it.
mm-hmm,
Um, but I know even more now, without a shadow of a doubt that your restoration journey is has begun.
mm-hmm,
Okay. And God is going to take you on this journey, and it's not going to be easy. And I know you see some of the things that even I, struggle with, and
mm-hmm,
some of the things that I've been going through, that I am currently going through, you know, but God wants to restore us, and one of the reasons why I want you to tell your story is because even up until this point where we are now, where you are now,
yeah,
you are a testimony. Okay.
mm-hmm,
And everything that has happened in the past, everything that you did, all that doesn't even matter.
yeah,
You know that, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just want to make sure you know that. But go ahead, keep going.
Um, I felt like honestly, I felt like God put you in my life to help me understand my problems and
Your purpose.
my purpose.
Your purpose. I mean, he does reveal to us, some of our problems, our
Mhm.
issues. He'll bring it to light so that we can work on those things. So yeah, he,
It's
he could
like
have brought to mind your problems. I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
um
Sorry to interrupt.
I felt like God put you in my life because I feel like he wanted you to show me and for me to understand I have purpose in life. I don't have to continue to fear him.
Mm-hmm.
So when you started taking me to church and me reading my Bible, I was shocked because I didn't completely understood why I was going through so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
And reading the Bible and talking to you and Grammy, um, y'all had explained to me we go through things because God is trying to he's working on us. And
Mm-hmm.
we go through things because he like we have if we're going down the wrong path, he put people into our lives so we're able they're able to show us, hey, that's not the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Come this way and we'll show you the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to learn more about God love and for you to forgive anybody, you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah, you do. And I know that even for me, forgiving myself, there was plenty of things that I've done that was hard for me to forgive myself about.
Mhm.
So I mean, and even now, forgiving others, I struggle with that. There are some people the Lord had to work very, 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 very diligently. I'm gonna say it that way. To get me to forgive, some people. There's still some people I probably need to reach out to let them know, I have forgiven you.
Mhm.
Um, but you do need to forgive your sister.
And I have
Okay.
um there's points where when we are talking, she does go and say it again
Mm-hmm.
over and over and over. And I tell her, I'll say, you know what? I was like, I'm not even gonna fight with you on this. I was like, for me meeting this family and them showing me what love is and feeling the love of being wanted in a family, I was like, that's something I always wanted. I was like, after my grandmother passed, I was like, I never felt that.
Right.
And now that you've entered my life, it's like I felt wanted. Like I'm not someone that someone else can just throw me away and be like, "Oh, you're a disappointment. Stay away
Mm-hmm.
from my family." I
Mm-hmm.
didn't feel that. I felt nothing but pure love. And you helped me understood why I have purpose and why I should never give up. So, going to church and the day I did go to church to the Who, the
Shout out to the Who, World Harvest Outreach, Pastor Alex Royce. What's up? No play.
um going to the Who, and then it's like when they did the Baptist time.
The baptism. Yeah.
Yes,
They did it was the altar call. That's
yes.
what they call it, the altar call.
It was a couple weeks after my little brother did it.
Aiden had got baptized.
It
Yeah.
was after I think a couple weeks after.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were saying if anybody wanted, to be restored,
Mm-hmm.
to go up there, and I was scared to go up
Mm-hmm.
there. I don't know why, but I was scared.
Yeah. I didn't know why you were scared too. She said, Mommy, can you come up there with me? I said, what? Yes, baby, I'll come up there with you.
And
So I walked her up there.
when I got changed into the robe and we got into the water, after going down and when I came back up, I just I felt like all my worries were gone. All my burdens that I was carrying on my own
Oh, yes.
were gone. And I was like, I was like, and came up and we went back into the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did just sit there and cry for a bit because I felt so bad for pushing God away from me. I told like sitting there in the restroom. I told God, I was like, I'm so sorry.
Mm.
I never meant to push you away. I understand that you were working on me when I felt like I was giving myself up.
Yeah. I want you to, because I know that you know this,
Mhm.
but even when you were going through all that you were going through, I want you to know God saw it all.
Mhm.
He was there. He saw every bit of it. Okay? And he loves you. I don't want you to ever think that he saw it and didn't care. Okay? I'm
Mhm.
sure he was looking down in anger at what was going on with you. Okay? He said, vengeance is his. Okay?
Mhm.
So don't think that they got away with it. Okay? He said, vengeance was his. He will handle them. He may handle them. We don't know how he handles it with them.
Yeah.
Okay? But don't ever think that he saw that and didn't care or ignored it or turned his back on it or anything like that.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead. I
Um,
be having to throw some. Go ahead.
honestly, when I was in there crying, I was like, I didn't know that after getting baptized and your spirit and your soul and just yourself was restored, that all the pain, now looking back at it, all the pain I've been through, all the me losing my child, it's like I was like, dang. I was like, I knew I could do better to protect him. I was like, but probably that is just God telling me, I don't think it's time yet for you to have a kid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I need, even though I finished high school, I was supposed to go to college,
Mm-hmm.
but
Right.
situation happened
Yeah.
and I wasn't able to
Life
go.
happened. Yeah.
Life did happen, so I wasn't able to go.
It's
Um,
never too late.
after getting baptized a couple weeks, I became friends with this girl.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Valerie. Um, I should have kept my eye out and listened more and see the red signs, the red flags. Um, we started doing drugs again.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up doing drugs, failing probation drug test a couple of times. Um, I didn't think I had a problem. So this last time I failed probation drug test,
Mm-hmm.
I told my PO, I was like, I think I need help. I think I need to, even though I'm doing this outpatient program, I said, I think I need to do it inpatient. I said,
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to go to rehab. So, being when I got into rehab, um, the first day I just slept the whole day. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't go to breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I ended up just going and being in there, doing my class. I stayed on my bunk. I didn't really interact with nobody. Besides my two bunkies I had on top, on my right side and on my left side. Um, we were talking. Um, when you sent me my Bible, I was happy. I was excited because when I got my Bible, like being there, I ended up just reading my Bible. When rec time came, when we had time to go outside and be outside, get fresh air, sunlight, and everything. Um, if I do go outside, I'll take my Bible with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a couple issues with some girls in there. Only because they kept saying, "Oh, you stole my Bible," or they just wanted something to pick on.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept biting my tongue. I'm not gonna lash out. I'm not gonna get in no fights because
Right.
I want to go home on time.
Right.
I did end up getting a write up. and getting extended 2 weeks, only because I had called a girl in there the B word,
Mhm.
because she had grabbed me by my arm and her nail dug into my skin. So I said ow, and I didn't think, and I just said ow B, and
Mhm.
I got written up.
Mhm.
I was so mad.
Yeah.
So I I took like I took full was it
Responsibility
responsibility
for
for
that
my
one.
action.
Yeah.
I took full
I mean,
responsibility.
sometimes look, people can push us,
Hmm.
but we have to learn, you know, self-control,
Yeah.
temperance,
So
you
I
know.
just
That's the fruit of the spirit.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So being in there, they had this app on our tablets called
Mhm.
Pando.
Mhm.
There was this one church, I think it was History Makers Church,
Mhm.
and I was watching it, and I kept my tablet with me all night. So me just there laying on my bed watching it. I watched this one. It says, "Watch yourself before you wreck yourself. Are you the fruit of the tree or the flesh?"
Mm.
So, no, I usually use the Pando app just to watch movies. Every 2 weeks, they'll put a new movie on.
Mhm.
So when I seen that one, I was watching it and I was like, I was in shock, because when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, so what? I don't understand it. So I rewatched it, and it's like when you have so many urges and like what's it, lust and like
Mhm.
adultery
Mhm.
happening, is that the fruit talking or is that just
Mm-mm.
your
That's your
flesh?
flesh. Yeah.
So
No,
like,
the fruit is different
mm-hmm,
from the flesh. I don't know what kind of analogy they were using on that particular podcast, so I don't want
yeah.
to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
misquote what they were trying to
Yeah.
say. But in the Bible, the fruit is totally different from
Yeah.
the flesh. Okay, the flesh is what we want to do. The flesh is our inner body, like
Yeah.
our thoughts and what we,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, what we want to do. That's our flesh. I want to go get high. I want to, you
That's our
know,
own flesh talking.
that's our flesh
Mm-hmm.
talking. Okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead.
um Being in there, um I did some extra classes, like anger management class,
Mm-hmm.
parenting class. Parenting I did not really have to do,
Mm-hmm.
but I did it only because I want them to know I did so much things besides my own mandatory classes I have to do. But I did extra classes just so they know, oh, I'm not in here just to fool around. I'm actually in here to get help because I don't want to continue to be on the drugs. I wanted to better myself. So being in there, I was in Bridges to Life, where they taught us um how do I put it, where you write your own story about like how we're doing right now, but
Mm-hmm.
instead we write it about ourselves, and we had volunteers walking in, coming in and talking to us about what happened to them in life, where one spent almost 20 years in prison because he decided to go ahead and try to carjack a lady, and he didn't know when he shot her, her head was underneath the tire. So it was underneath the tire to where if he either reversed, he would have automatically killed her because he would have smashed her head.
Mm-hmm.
But when he tried to start the car wouldn't start. It would
Mm.
not start at all.
Mm.
So
Look at God.
whenever she fully healed, they made it to the hospital um with her, so she survived.
Praise the Lord.
she ended up, having to do therapy, and she was trying to learn how to, like what was happening. And after she figured out what she understood, she went to the prison where the guy that shot her and tried to carjack her. She went to go visit him and told him, "I forgive you." And after they got, he got released from jail and everything, they met up, and she started taking him to church. He turned his whole life around. Now he owns a company, and he still goes and meets up with her and talks to her, and now they go share their story.
Oh, wow.
And at times it's
Wow.
like I want to be like when I was in there hearing it, I'm like, I started crying because I'm like, because this other lady that came, her daughter was in a car accident by a drunk driver. She lost her daughter, her 23-year-old daughter, and her 1-month-old grandson. So when they was telling us their stories, and they brought photos, and they're sharing the photos and everything, almost half of the class, including me, broke down because seeing that baby, I broke down crying because seeing that baby, seeing that baby, and me having my flashbacks of when I held my son. My son wasn't fully developed, so just seeing that, I broke down crying. This girl beside me, her name was Brianna. She broke down crying. She has, I believe now she is a 3-month-old, I believe, a 3-month-old daughter. So it's like,
Was she pregnant inside the facility?
No, her mom and her dad had the daughter.
Okay.
Okay. She was in there for smoking weed. They always asked me when I was there, and they're like, "What are you in here for?" I'm like, "I made bad decisions." I said, "But they're like, what kind of drugs did you do?" I said, "I drank."
You just went down the.
I just went down my list.
Yeah.
And they're like, "How old are you?"
Yeah.
And I told them, they're like, no, you can't be that old.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't believe my age. And I'm just like,
well, you started off young. You started off very young. Very seldom do you hear, such a story like this. I'm glad that just sharing it. So let's get to my book, because I remember telling people about me bringing my book. So a lot of y'all remember. Well, a lot of y'all remember. I'll just be talking. I'm sure some of y'all remember when I was talking about my book being distributed into being passed around amongst friends and whoever. How many copies did I send you? I sent you 2.
No, you sent me 3 copies.
Oh, okay.
I left one of them in the rehab. The other one I left with the girl because she was struggling so much. And I left it with her. I said, read chapter by chapter. I said, even if you finish it, I said, I even told her, I said, I really would like you to read chapter 1, where it says who God says that I am.
Yeah.
Who you are.
Yeah. Because I believe that's where a lot of, I feel like that's where it starts, I'll say. It starts with your identity. Once you know who you are in Christ, once you realize how valuable you are to Him, everything else just falls into place.
So, I want to say this. When I got her to read, she had trouble reading. So every morning before, like, after we go for breakfast, and we still have so much time to get
Mm-hmm.
ready for school
Mm-hmm.
or for
For
class.
the classes, yeah.
So, and I'm sitting on my bed. I got changed into my uniform, and I'm sitting on my bed. I'm reading my Bible and my little devotional I had, and she came up to me out of nowhere, and she was like, since I have trouble reading, she was like, and if you have time, can you help me read chapter 1?
Mm-hmm.
And reading chapter 1 to her, and out of nowhere, she just broke down crying.
Oh.
And I told her it's okay. She's like, I don't know why I'm crying. I was like, that's because you're understanding what it's saying to you, and it's God helping you right now. She was like, you don't know how much, I'm hurting right now because I felt like God just hated me. I was like,
Right.
I felt that too. And I
Yeah.
was like, but it wasn't. I was like, he's working on you and he's working on me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, he's working on everybody here, and just talking to each other was just like, and I was like, it's like I know you're struggling. I was like, I'm struggling.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and you know how, like, I was like, she doesn't make commissary.
Mm-hmm.
So the only time she eats is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, when I had a little bit of money and I bought commissary, I would share with her.
Mm-hmm.
And, she'll get extra food from the cafeteria and bring it back, and we'll share it together.
Right.
So just us talking, and we did Bible study. There was this girl in there that I had called the B word. Um, I don't know what it was, but just me spending time with the other girl. What was her name?
We don't have to say everybody's name.
I don't remember her name, but she. So the one I called the B word, she got mad because how much time I was spending with this other
Well,
girl.
was she trying to spend time with that girl? Or
No,
she just didn't like that somebody was being
getting.
friendly with you?
She didn't like the fact that I was giving my attention to someone else.
But why did she want your attention?
Because
I'm not gonna get into it. That was
okay,
great.
so the girl that
That
I
sounds
called
a
the
little
B
crazy.
word, she had a crush on me.
Oh.
I was like, I even told her, I was like, I'm good. I'm like, no, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Thank
And
you, Jesus.
so
No.
me talking to the other girl, I had a whole bunch of issues. So she tried to start, arguing with me. We did end up fighting once, but people did push us apart. I went outside to cool down because
Mhm.
we learned coping skills, and I did my part where it's timeout.
Right.
So I went
So wait,
outside to
what
cool
are these
down.
coping skills? What were they teaching you in regards to like coping
So
skills?
our coping skills were deep breathing, pleasant imagery, counting backwards, timeout. There was this other one. It's where it's like we did role plays too. So learn how to think before you act.
Okay.
I used to not think before I act. I would just go straight and act.
Mhm.
So me knowing no one, because she goes and pushes me,
Mhm.
my first reaction would have been, turn around and hit her. But I went up to our guard, what we call them DCMs, and I was like, let me step outside because I'm about to lose my cool.
Right.
She went outside, so did the other girl, not the one that I called the B word, but the one I was helping reading to.
Mhm.
She went outside and she told me to take deep breaths, and I was like, I'm breathing. I was like, right now, I need to calm down because I'm
Right.
shaking
Right.
badly.
Right.
So I said, you know what? I took a deep breath. I went back inside. I went to take a cold shower just to help because I felt like I was burning up.
Right.
So I got out, and she came back to me, and she was like, I'm sorry if I'm causing you any problems. I was like, no, it's not you. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
right now, I said, we were in the middle of Bible study.
Right.
I was like, so that's just the devil right there
Ah, there you go.
interfering.
I was hoping that you would go there because I'm like, I hope she realizes that there was nothing but the enemy trying to deflect, trying to discourage, trying to come in between,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't want, because you were being a light in there.
Yeah.
You were trying your best to, and he didn't want to see that happen. He didn't want to see that happen, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that so what did the girl say about the book?
She actually loved it.
So does she still have it?
She still does. She's out now.
Uh-huh.
She has issues going on with, her mother-in-law and everything. Her husband should be getting out of prison in, I think, 4 or 3 weeks from now.
Mm.
So she does. When I do talk to her, she's always telling me, she's like, I still read your mom's book.
Oh wow. And see, this is for everyone listening, this is why I feel like restoration is such a big deal. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
why, I speak about restoration, because anyone anyone can be restored from anything. We talk about people in prison. Churches have prison ministry and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, I wonder sometime, like, are we really doing our best to reach those that are
Mm-hmm.
in prison,
Yeah.
those that have done some of the most unspeakable things?
Mm-hmm.
People say, if someone murdered someone, they don't deserve to go to heaven. You know, and the truth of the matter is, God loves everybody.
Yeah.
Jesus died for the murderer. Jesus died for the adulterer.
Yeah.
Jesus died for the drug user. Jesus died for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And if a murderer were to give his heart to Christ, yes, he would be saved. I think there's going to be a lot of people surprised. Well, I'm not going to say they're going to be surprised. Let me not say that. If we were in a different, if heaven were different, if things were different, you could say that people would be surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say people would be surprised, because when we all get to heaven, we're not even going to be looking at everybody like, "Ooh, why are you here? Ain't you the same? What? Jesus, I got quit." No, it ain't going to be none of that. We're going to be rejoicing,
Mm-hmm.
in everyone that gives their heart to Christ, that turns their life around, that receives the gift of salvation, will be saved.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was just a little side something. I don't know what that was, y'all.
So.
I'm goofy. So anyway.
So ever since I got out of rehab,
Mm-hmm.
I got out in um December 29 or 22nd of 2025 last year. I'm almost a year clean.
Amen. Hallelujah. Yay.
So I could see clearly now, for real, where I understand so much. I
Mm-hmm.
did have people when I first got out, a couple weeks ago actually, people from my past where I used drugs with contacted me. Hey, since you're out, you want to go hang?
Yeah.
Nah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna stay home with my mom, my brother. I'm gonna watch some church services,
Mm-hmm.
or watch these small videos with my mom. We'd be watching going to work and coming home from work.
Mm-hmm. I'm always watching some kind of podcast or those little movies that they be having
Mhm.
on YouTube. Yeah.
But when I was in rehab and out now, my best friend Alex,
Mm-hmm.
um, so we still stay in contact. We're always talking. Next week is his birthday, so I'm gonna go spend time with them. Uh, So we were talking, and it it made me realize how much I mistreated him when I was on drugs. And when
Mm.
I got out and I'm clean, you know, he tells me I already earned his forgiveness, but I felt like I haven't earned it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to forgive myself for
Right.
treating him so badly. So I'm working on it. Um, we do talk, and his family told me that they don't, they can't believe that they can see how happy he is. It's like when I was in rehab, he was depressed.
Mm.
Like he was depressed. He cried, and he just, I don't know. I guess he had that feeling something wrong was gonna happen.
Mm.
So when I got out and I got to see him, and I surprised him on Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to his house, knocked on his door. He didn't know who it was. Even though they have a ring camera, I had it
Mm-hmm.
covered up with my hand, knocking on the door, and you know, he came to the door and everything, and he almost made me fell off the steps because he
Mm-hmm. And he
was
was
so
happy to see
happy.
you.
And
I like Alex. Hey, Alex.
his
Shout
sister,
out to Alex. That's our buddy. Yeah, Alex
um,
is a sweetheart too.
so spending time with him. I tried to call you too. I called Aiden really and told him, "Well, tell mom, we have a package at the house for her, from me."
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "Oh."
Honestly, I wish I was the surprised one. I would have, I would have tackled you in the face.
So silly.
um. So I spent time with Alex, and then I came back to the house from my sister's place. A whole bunch of my brother-in-law started issues with me, calling me the bad person. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
welcome, and I couldn't hold myself together. So I called you.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, "Hey, mama," and you're like, "Hi, baby."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What are you doing?" You were sitting down on the sofa, I think, or watching something in your
I
room.
don't know.
And I was like, "Can you come get me?" You're like, "Where are you at?" I was like, "I'm at my sister's place. I've been trying to get them to come and
Right.
have you come pick me up, but as a surprise."
Right.
Well, you're like, "Okay, I'm gonna be there," and you asked me what's going on, and I told you on the phone
Yeah.
that there's
You know
some
I'm coming to
issues.
get my baby. I'm always coming to get my baby.
Yep.
That's my baby.
So when I came home, I don't know. It's just
And you've
like
been here ever since.
ever since I've been here, I have to secretly go and meet my sister, or my mom, or my nephew,
Right.
and that kind of does break my heart because I'm like, why do I have to sneak around?
And I'm gonna be honest when it comes to that situation. I think that family is difficult. Family is very difficult.
Yeah.
And I know that you love them. And I know that they love you. Um, I think that they should think about what what it's doing to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish that they, could see what it does to you.
Yeah.
I know that, they're grown, but just keep praying for them.
I am.
Okay. Just
Um.
keep praying for them. Because, there's no doubt in my mind or yours that they don't love you.
Yeah.
They love you. They are, your family. I'm sure that they love you. Just pray for them. Yeah.
I
That's the
am.
that's, that's the best thing we can do for any of our family members or friends,
Mhm.
Pray for them.
So, when I first got out on the 22nd of December of last year, um, I went with my mom and my sister. We cleaned up this house that my brother-in-law and them worked on. Um, we were cleaning up, and my mom was like, my sister first, she was like, "Mom, you need to tell her I'm caught off guard. I don't know what they're talking about. I
Mm-hmm.
stopped doing what I'm doing, and I'm like, tell me what.
And so is this because I thought is this
This
the
before the whole issue happened.
okay. Okay.
Um, I was like, tell me what. I was like, what's going on? And my mom was like, Abby, you need to be quiet. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
no. I was like, tell me what. What's going on? She was like, well, I got news from the doctor a couple days ago before you got out. I was like, about what?
The cancer has gotten worse.
Yes. Now she is stage 2. And I was holding like I was holding the blade, and I was holding my phone, and I dropped both of them. And I just fell on my knees, and just like I've known for a while, and I was like, why didn't you tell me?
So what is she doing any treatment?
No, she doesn't want to do chemo because she says chemo kills her
But if
faster.
okay, we're going to have to talk about this off camera because with her only being stage 2, she has a better chance rather than because she wouldn't have to take as much
Mhm.
chemo or as much radiation if they chose to do it that way or whatever
Mhm.
if she were to do it now because it's such a low stage.
Yeah.
You know,
And I'm still trying to convince my mom to start chemotherapy.
right? Okay, well, we're going to pray for mommy too. Okay. We
But
definitely going to pray for mom. Is there anything else I'm trying to think? Because I feel like we've caught up to where we are now. We've been going
because of you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to get my braces.
Oh yeah, let's show everybody them pretty braces. Yay!
I'm sorry, I can get my braces done. Also, I'm training at your job to be a receptionist, and honestly, since I started training, I've understand a whole bunch, and I know you and Shannon tell me stay in front. The front's your job, but I have I can't sit down for so long because my back hurts. But
look, we need you up front, girl.
I know I'm gonna start staying in front because how Shannon said they're taking advantage. But be being in the lab, and Dr. Bright is awesome because he's when we're not busy and we're really slow, mostly close to the end of the day, he shows me how to do the retainers. But I tell him,
He's
I was
teaching you some things. Look at God. I want you to see this. I want you to look at how you've come full circle. That circle of you're coming full circle. You're coming full circle. God has a plan for you, sweetie. He has a plan for you. Okay? In Jeremiah, he said that he knew you before you were even born.
Yes.
Okay? He has a plan for you. I want you to, and I know we've talked about this before when it comes to your purpose, seek God when it comes to your purpose. Okay? Seek him.
I forgot what scripture it was, but it was to not lead on your own understanding, but lead on
in
God.
all ways acknowledge him and he will direct you. Okay? He will make your path straight. I love you.
I love you too, Mama.
I love you so much, baby. You are my heart. You are my heart. I hope that everyone has enjoyed this conversation. It was a little bit different. It's not the type of conversation, we've had before. But like I said, a lot of us are still on that restoration journey. Not everyone's made it. I haven't even made it to my, because I look, God is going to restore everything, okay, that the locusts and the cankerworms and like everything. And that also means something else that I am praying for and believing in faith that he will bring back to me. So we are still on our restoration journey. If this has blessed any of you, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, get in the comments, and let us know how you feel about this episode. Some words of encouragement for Miss Reina here, and we're gonna end it here because Ada made some sweet tea and I'm thirsty. So I will catch y'all next time.
I need to make dinner.
I'm not trying to get me to cook. What time is it? It's too late to be cooking. But we will catch you guys next time. I love you. And to God be the glory. And until we meet again, peace out.
Hey y'all, Reina here again. Before we close, I want to take a moment for anyone who may be struggling with addiction or mental health. Please know you are not alone. You are deeply loved by God, even in this moment. He sees you, He cares for you, and there is still hope for your life. If this episode stirred anything heavy in you, don't carry it by yourself. Reach out to someone you trust, and if you need immediate help, please contact your local crisis line or emergency service. Healing is possible. Freedom is possible. And through Christ, your story is not over. I'm praying for your strength, your healing, and your restoration. Be blessed.